Alright, so this is Skin Deep and the probably first level, fan-made level release for it, which is the SS Cucumber. Let's see what we are getting into. Skin Deep is a new immersive sim by Blendo Games. Don't delay, act now. Time is running out. Did you know the CSS Cucumber is an experimental science vessel? Now we're proud to be a part of the forefront of groundbreaking new technologies. Okay. Not a lot happening here. Ooh, a question mark? I like that. What is this? Okay, so this must have been that like secret they were talking about, and they must have made something's going on here. It's a very strikes me as like a very like game designer thing of like, oh shit, like if we do this, like there's this mechanic we never taught the player about, let's just put like a sign here. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of what mods are for, right? Like pushing the bounds of what a game can be and do. So you're gonna have a little bit of jank on the edges, I guess. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this drops me down. So actually, like, you know, these sort of like one-way paths are kind of an interesting thing in levels, because here it kind of forces me to like get to a new place and I can't like escape back. But what I can do is now I'm forced to sort of explore. It's kind of difficult to do this, and you know, to like gate the player and then force them to explore. But what's really interesting here is that it's actually like a one-way pathway, and in a lot of level design, you don't get the opportunity to make a one-way path. Most paths are either, and I mean this one way in the sense that like you can loop through the level and go through back again. So like a one-way path is interesting to me because most hallways, like for instance the one I'm in right now, I can go forward or back, and it's sort of a, this is like a multiplayer design thing. You don't want to create like little dead ends or basically places with only one entry point. You generally want to have 2 or 3 exit points. But it's interesting, for that hallway, right? You have 2, but you also kind of have 3 because you have one going in. But it's almost like half of an entry point. When you think of it like from that perspective. I'm spending a lot of time talking about hallways, man. I gotta play this game. I guess I can murder someone a little.
You're mine.
Might have a problem here. Okay, so welcome to playing a modded level. I think we're stuck because this cat key has fallen through the floor here, or probably it's actually probably fallen through like this like teensy little gap here, right? And then we're sort of in a moment where we can't. If this is the only cat key that we have, we might have trouble progressing through the whole level. But honestly, it's you're playing a mod, like you can't expect it to be, or at least have the level of you can't expect like a mod dev level of polish as like a full release, especially this early in like the modding cycle of things. I feel so bad for that guy. I can't help him out. Um, and this is kind of interesting here because we have the camera is reset here. Normally all the cameras are in vents, so they kind of broke that rule here, but I will always advocate for breaking the rules, especially if you're, making mods and stuff, right? That's kind of the point of it. So there might be a way to actually get that out of here, and I'm really hoping that smashing my way out of here. Oh, that's sad. It didn't. It almost worked. Okay. Oh, what? Can I like sneak in here? Can I sneak out of here is my next question. Well, let's pick this up while we're here, and then we can sort of try to do something. Okay, so if I feel like if there was gravity, I could do something to get out, but there's not gravity, and I am stuck. This is this is a little anticlimactic because I'm probably gonna have to restart this mission here because of my own incompetence, or should I say competence at being a tester. I was actually quality assurance tester in years ago, and testing video games, and I kind of went in that job not necessarily because I was passionate about it, but I did sort of have bad luck, and this is definitely one of those examples of bad luck where not only am I able to get the cat key in here, I'm also able to get myself stuck in this tiny little space. But I wonder, actually, can I even throw something out of here? Okay, so I can throw you here. Can't. See, now I'm just playing around. There's... What, maybe... I'm trying to think. See, like, I got in here in a janky way. Maybe I can get out in a janky way, right? Feels like almost right there I was able to get out. You know what? Okay. Well, I'm not going to let a little bit of adventurous mapping prevent me from completing this level. I'm a little bit...
What I needed.
You know what? Since there's only one way in, we can be a little smart here.
Here?
Okay. Thought you'd get your attention with banana peel. Okay, that makes sense. This is a very quirky game, so obviously they're going to get your attention with banana peel. So in a hole in the server racks, I hope they help you. Okay, so this is kind of prankster. Ooh, I like that. Oh, you feel compensated, bugged out. Not sure. Do not align them to both say Hoinky and Sploinky. That is great.
Score.
I'll be honest, I think the banana peel might be more useful. Which is a very strange thing to say, to be like, oh, I have a grenade, or, I'm going to take the banana peel. I think that's just going to be better. Yoki card. Hello, Pilchard. I know you've been working hard on this experiment, blah blah blah, Meow Corp. Probably dangerous levels, Flux, Cycle. Shouldn't be too bad. Crinkles. Ah, they do. Oh, oops. I should be a little bit more worried about that.
Here?
The turrets in this game are very dangerous.
Everything's fine here.
So the nice convention they did follow with this mod is that in this room, you get security mic. So this is the bridge. Sorry, thinking by nautical terms. Yeah, so this is the bridge, and generally in the bridge they give you this like kind of infinite security mic that lets you like always reset the security timer. You can also use the walkie-talkies for that, but here you have to, go this way. The other thing I do want to say is that I feel like this space is really big. And I mean, some of it might just be a conceit of the level or wanting to try to get like bits of things everywhere. And very kind of a boring wall here. But what's interesting about Skin Deep to me is that I don't think they have a sprint key. I tried searching for one, I never found it. And you certainly can't rebind it if it exists. But you also walk really slowly in this game. So you kind of have, and I say really slowly, and I just came off of playing Quake, so that's probably why I think it's so slow. But a big portion of this too is going to mean that you have to be thinking about the size of your space, and slow movement speeds work better in smaller spaces, and I feel like this kind of comes down to how it feels to traverse a space is much more in line with how long it takes, not necessarily how fast you're moving or how big the space is. Like, you don't make things feel bigger by making them bigger. You make them longer to traverse. So that can be making it bigger, but there could be other ways to do that, right? Like if you had mud pools or something like that that just slowed your movement, you could make an area feel really big because it just takes you a long time to walk through it, sort of thing. So, wait, this is item durability? I don't even want to know what that means. Okay.
They want to pay me more for that.
Oh, just so you know, you can like get glass in your feet, and apparently you have a barefoot protagonist. I'm not really sure if when they started development, they were really thinking about bare feet in video games, but apparently that's become quite a topic. Not really sure why. Is there nothing I can use in this room to... Okay. So I guess that'd be like my one like piece of advice that I would give is like have more things that I can smash his head into.
Enough.
It like, I mean, I feel kind of weird making complaints about like the first modded map that came out, but like
You're safe with me.
it's a little sparse, and so sometimes in like the Blendo Games made levels, the original levels, you had like if I were to have mounted a guy, I would have a lot more options to like smash them into things, and I felt I really didn't have that many here. Thank you. Okay. I will say they did totally nail like the vibes of this. This is a little bit low fidelity, but you play the mods for the inventiveness, the cool new stuff people are doing. And here, of course, I have to go to the wonky space. An important thing about the hacking and the keypads here, they give you little like 4-letter words for everything, but what I find really interesting about that system is that it's a keypad. So they may give you something that's like, has a word associated with it, but the actual like keys are quite simple, or the numbers you press in are quite simple. So for the most part in the game, they just play with giving you the words, because I think they're randomized. But here they're kind of playing around with it a little bit, giving you some like last few letters kind of thing. So this is another and this is, I guess, maybe more typical in like new maps and early maps, is that they're a little bit more sparse because you haven't found how all the items are, what all the items are, and how they all work. Codes. We got a little dealy. See through the level. All right. Way too excited about those. A little bit of Z fighting. Totally other thing. Gonna be.
You're mine.
Gotta be careful on the stairs because they will eat me. So in these kinds of games, I say these kinds of games. Normally, like in tech games, they have something like a clip brush or something you could put over these stairs to prevent things from like falling through or doing stuff like that. So I would consider looking into that. But hey, man, yeah, you do you. Okay, so you get up. Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, I should again need to turn off the alarm and look. So maybe, yeah, I gotta do the long walk. We're already talking about how long the walking is in this game. And I mean that. Yes, I have to. And I mean it takes long to walk, not necessarily in the respect that it takes a long time to walk in this map, but in like this game in general. The alignment of this texture is a little bit. I don't know what they're going for. Texture alignment is super nitpicky kind of thing to say. I feel a little bit bad bringing that up. Actually, I was reading about some guy, and he was making levels.
Meow! I'm trapped in here.
Meow.
And
Everything's under control.
the way he would realign his textures, he would do it in like Notepad. This was like early days of Quake mapping.
Nice.
So probably one of the first Quake maps. This guy is going through a text editor to make the levels. Apparently the first Quake map ever made was in Notepad. So as they said in the game development school I was at, Notepad editor is best editor. The joke being, of course, that it's probably going to be the first editor you're going to get rolling, and no matter how much work you do in your actual editor, at some point you may have to just go in there and manually fix some files. But never underestimate the power of a good editor. Level editor, or I suppose narrative editor works too. Can I just like... Oh. I kind of feel like the signal lamp should be strong enough for me to bash the window out and then make a signal with it, but... Okay, fine, well... Yeah, there we go.
Oh, no, you don't. There.
Alright, so we totally got all of them. I think I'm gonna go for a flush victory. Let's I wonder if there was a thing about where to put, like... I'm trying to decide if they should have added a trash can to that room or not. I don't know where the secret developer room is. I think I'm stumped. Alright, well, if I ever find it, I'll let you know. But otherwise, this was the Cucumber. I would say, like, my overall impression of this map is that if it's, like, for, like, the early mapping of this game, I think it's, like, very decent, very fine, very functional. Um, but as far as like there were some like bugs and like little things that I think, in my opinion, kind of brought the map down a little bit. Um, and mostly like these stairs were really buggy, and that ticking noise is going to drive me crazy. So, sort of reiterate all of this. The stairways was kind of bad. I say kind of bad. I got stuck on them. So it's just something to watch. Either clip that or do something about it. The brushwork and textures are a little bit, like, they're a little repetitive. The map is a little bit sparse, but like, I mean, that's not something I wouldn't expect to see in like the first map that was released. And like as tools improve, as practices get better, as people learn the engine and the game better, they'll have they'll kind of improve on all this stuff. And it does just take a long time to sit down and like go through every level and like really refine each room and stuff like that. I'd say probably like my biggest complaint is probably this room right here. Like, what if it was honestly my choice, I probably would have like chopped it like in half, or not necessarily in half, but just as much as I can. Just try to pull this part in, so like when I have to walk from this end to that end, it's not that far. Like this like bit here, if that could come in as far as possible, that'd be great. I know there's some annoying, there's some like bits about it where it's like, oh, well, you have to like do an elevation change here or something like that. You can, I guess one thing I'd say is like you don't have to have stairs on each side, because I can just mantle. So if I want to go like really fast, I would just mantle, and if not, like you could just kind of chop out this whole bit. Kind of just speed up my moving around in the map more. I'm also kind of curious if it'd be possible to like just tighten some corridors and tighten some other stuff. Honestly, that's all like really kind of annoying to do at this stage of the map. So I don't know what to tell you, but because I mean you'd essentially have to kind of redo the exterior and all of that. So I don't really know if that's what you want to do, or if that's worth your time. So, and I say yours and like the mapper's time, because when it really gets right down to it, like they put in the work, they beat everyone to the punch. They got the first map out. Congratulations, everyone's gonna know it. That being said, I did enjoy the map. It was fun to kind of return to skin deep. It was also kind of fun to like not play by all the rules that the developers had. That is kind of one of the things you like, or that I like about mods, is that like, the developer, they're focusing on this very tight sort of experience, and they're trying to like showcase like the very best that they possibly can of their game. Whereas here, they much more came in and they were like, oh yeah, let's play around a little bit. Let's maybe do some things the developers wouldn't do, and that could be a really refreshing experience. Just playing a map, playing a mod. I didn't get a lot of guns here. It did feel kind of combat heavy, but I mean, ultimately that's totally fine. I'm kind of down for it. I'd say like it's the best community map that I've played so far. But you very easily take that title when it's the first one. But that is something to be proud of too. To be like the the person who made the first map. So yeah, little piece of gaming history here. And I think that's all I really want to say about this. Oh man, I almost played this for an hour. So yeah, all right. I'll try to get this posted at some point, so people can see my absolute unhinged ramblings about levels and all of that. But with that, I'll see you when I see you.